The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and keep your seatbelt fastened. Thank you.
Above the clouds, everything looks peaceful. The clear sky doesn't reveal what lies underneath the clouds. In our case, we fly over Nepal, a country that was hit hard twice in 2015 by devastating earthquakes, in which more than 9,000 people lost their lives. The number of homeless people exceeds that number even more dramatically, and not even start counting the devastation to the homes of thousands of people in rural areas. Above the clouds, everything looks rosy. Nothing suggests what has taken place 10 kilometers beneath us. It's 7 months later, as we are heading for the capital of Nepal, Kathmandu. We want to make a documentary about the life after the quake, about life in Nepal now, the rebuilding, the hope and perhaps the fear of its inhabitants, their sadness, but also the first signs of a new future. We know Nepal and the Nepalese. We often went there. We know their resilience, their courage to go on and show the world that the nation is rising again. This is a testimony of that new hope. On April 25, 2015, the world was shocked by the news that an earthquake of 7.8 on the Richter scale had occurred in Nepal. The images on TV became day by day more dramatic. The popular travel country Nepal was brought down on its knees, destroyed. The nation mourned for its dead, the injured and devastations, but also very quickly focused on all necessary recoveries and rebuildings. While the press, in an unsavory sensation to remain showing heartbreaking dramas, the Nepalese mightily start to rebuild their lives and homes. Not disrespectful to their victims, but out of necessity to restore the main source of income, tourism. But as with the avalanches from the mountains, the hope for tourists to return were buried. It's November 2015. We are in the center of Kathmandu, where the first looks are not reminding of the drama that took place half a year ago. According to the 2011 census, Kathmandu has a population of 1 million inhabitants and measures as big as 50 square kilometers. The city stands at an elevation of more than 1,400 meters and is the gateway to tourism in Nepal. In 2013, Kathmandu was even ranked third among the top 10 travel destinations in the world by TripAdvisor. Kathmandu's trade is an ancient profession that flourished along an offshoot of the Silk Road which linked India and Tibet. The neighborhood of Tamil is Kathmandu's primary travelers' ghetto, packed with guest houses, restaurants, shops and bookstores, catering to tourists. Kathmandu hosts many important religious sites, such as Pashupatinath, Swayambhunath, Buddhanath, historic areas that were severely damaged by the earthquake. We walk our way into Durbar Square, the place of palaces. The Durbar Square of Kathmandu is located in the old city and has heritage buildings representing the 4 kingdoms.
Namaste! We're in Durbar Square in Kathmandu, Nepal, and this is my 6th visit here. First time in 4 years, and also since the earthquake. And there is much destruction, but equally there is much development, and everybody is still the same. People of Nepal so welcoming, so endearing, and it's still just as mystical and amazing to be here. I could not be happier. The culture. Namaste. Oh, and the man again. Brilliant. So the people of Nepal are ever inspiring me personally. Despite such natural disaster, in the face of adversity, they continue to strive. They have such a passion to live positively in their lives and overcome such disasters. They're still so upbeat and welcoming. I could not have felt any more welcome and any more safer, and they cannot do enough for you. They're of the most welcoming and encouraging people you could ever meet.
It's remarkable to see how these Nepali people are resilient. After the devastating earthquake 6 months ago, we still see many people coming here, Nepali, looking at the devastated temples. I mean, they look like ruins now, but actually they are rebuilding them in a very, very fast pace. And we see many tourists also regaining confidence, coming back to Nepal, and tourism is starting again. And it's the only hope these people have, and it's giving them also the hope to resume life as they wanted it.
Namaste. My name is Sadie. I'm here from the USA. I love Nepal very much. The people, the food, the culture, everything is just, it will blow your mind. It's an incredible experience to come here. Working with the women and children has been an especially heartwarming experience for me. I've gained a lot as a volunteer here, and I keep coming back because I love it so much. It's a very humbling experience to be here in this country and to experience the hospitality and the warmth of the people here. So from the bottom of my heart, I do encourage you to come and visit Nepal.
So we're from Belgium, and we arrived here some time ago.
And we love it here. People don't have an easy life since the earthquake, but the best thing that you can do to help them is come here, visit. It's awesome.
It's a beautiful country.
Absolutely safe. So help and come to Nepal.
Namaste. We here warmly welcome you in Nepal. And as you all know, recently we have been hit by the devastating earthquake in April 25th, but still Nepal is an amazing place to visit. We would like to warmly welcome you to Nepal because now you have even more opportunities in the view of archaeology and other many. We are still rich in our culture and cultural diversity, ethnicity and many more. Naturally, Nepal is a very beautiful country and we would like to welcome you to Nepal. Thank you.
And we all welcome you to Nepal. Thank you.
Please visit Nepal. It is very beautiful. Thank you.
We should not be discouraged. We should be able to develop our country because it's our nation and we should protect it no matter what. Thank you.
The interviews are remarkably positive, so soon after the disaster, at least for us. Also, the enchanting Garden of Dreams in the center of Kathmandu radiates peace and quietness as if nothing has happened.
very nice country, very sympathetic people, very good country.
Somebody thinks that after earthquake everything is collapsed in Nepal, but we have still many things to see, like beautiful mountains, rivers, and also many monuments are still standing. So it's worth visiting Nepal. Yeah, it's not like what you heard from the media.
We're a little bit concerned about coming out because obviously our plans were prior to the earthquake that took place earlier in the year. But encouragement of friends, we decided still to pursue our plans to come to Kathmandu. And look, we're very happy that we've done that because the place is full of vibrancy. There's people, there's colour. The place is still standing, which is good. Obviously there was great loss of life here, and we feel for the people and the tragedy that they've experienced. But we're glad we've come. We're glad we've taken that step and put aside those concerns, and things are far better than what we had imagined.
Although the country doesn't feel to celebrate anything, Kathmandu is getting ready for its annual Tihar festival, a very important one in Hindu religion. Tihar, or also known as Deepawali, is a 5-day-long Hindu festival. The festival is considered to be of great importance as it shows reverence to not just the humans and the gods, but also to the animals, like cows and dogs, who maintain an intense relationship with humans.
So why is the second day of Tihar to celebrate the dog?
It means that he's the security guard of our house. Whole day, whole night he will take care of our house, our property, all of the things. And one day, in this Tihar festival, on the second day, we will worship dog as a god.
Tihar in general signifies the festival of lights, where candles are lit inside and outside the houses to make it illuminate at night. People make patterns on the floor of living rooms and courtyards using mate. The fifth and last day of Tihar is called Bhai Tika. Sisters apply a tika to the foreheads of their brothers to ensure long life and thank them for the protection. Brothers sit on the floor while the sisters perform their puja. The puja follows a traditional ritual in which sisters circle the brothers, dripping oil on the floor from a copper pitcher and applying oil to their brother's hair. Following was a 7-colored tika that is applied on the brother's forehead. Next, there is an exchange of gifts. We leave the capital of Kathmandu and are heading for the countryside. A different story is told as we reach one of the projects of the Himalayan Care Hands NGO, a poor government school just 35 kilometers out in the Kathmandu Valley.
This is the place, small village of Kathmandu Valley. We used to say that it's Alaput, and it was village development committee, but everything is not nice here, as we do not have the number of the students, as the private schools They are in a very nice buildings, and their classroom is decorated nicely, and so on. And as we get some helping hands to help our school to develop the buildings as well as the classroom and others, I think we can show them that we are a good teacher. We can teach them perfectly. In fact, earthquake. We have experienced earthquake very well for the first time, but this was a really devastating one. We saw everywhere the buildings shaking, and it, as you know that this aftershocks. That was for a long time, about a week. We felt such aftershocks, and every day we experience the ground or the building moving or shaking. Similarly, in the home, as you know, it was the holiday. We didn't experience with the students what they were doing and what happened.
A very fearful time.
Yeah, it's a fearful time.
How do you feel since the earthquake? What's happened since that fearful time?
What I noticed in the students that they're frightened to come to the schools. Especially my children also, they didn't like to go to the school because they said that their building is tall and others. And here in this school, we have consulted many other INGOs who came here for their psychological treatment and others. They gave some counseling.
Of course, but you still feel like you're safe here to teach?
Yeah, sometimes, when there is a certain noise of the airplane and others, because such a similar noise was, I experienced before the earthquake, and when there is a noise in others, I still, have some fear in my heart, and I concentrate outside. But again, it is not the earthquake; it is an aeroplane, and I become very happy.
How do they live their life? They shape their life. It is all the Nepalese problem. This may be our Nepal, maybe 50 years back. Yeah, 50 years back for this problem.
Because students, we don't have classrooms, lab, science lab, computer lab, toilets facilities, and some building construction also.
Are the teachers paid or are they voluntary?
No, volunteers, with the help of volunteers also, and this is government school. Yes, and so sometimes government also gives, just for the dress, books also, government provides book for the students, they don't have to buy books and all. And for the tiffin also, we teachers collect the amount from our salary. Yes, we collect the salary and we give them tiffin up to class 1 to 3. No, they don't have to bring tiffin from home. We provide them tiffin from teachers.
But teachers get salary from
the
government?
We get salary from the government, teachers. Yes.
And this is your science room?
Yes, as we have a lack of room, we do not have enough rooms in the school, in the building. So it's a library, a science lab, and the account section. All is in this single room.
In my school, there is a good education, and every teachers are friend. As a friend, they work us. This is. Yes, good friends, good teachers, and every environment is good.
Thank you. That's all.
We continue our way and arrive in the small community of Tali, which was severely hit by the earthquake. The local school was destroyed and 40 children are cared for in an emergency building that lacks about almost everything. Here, the survival strength of both teachers and students are shown. It clarifies that this strength dates from even before the earthquake, because Nepali, in contradiction with our European prosperity, have to find happiness with much more limited resources, which doesn't affect their enthusiasm in any way. We are on a short trekking in the countryside, starting uphill from the town of Dulikel. The beautiful landscapes and the mystical elements of ancient temples fascinate every tourist. Here we seem to forget about time and events. Not much later, reality is catching up. But facing Nepal is, as always, facing a smile. She lives alone in a temporary shelter after her house was destroyed. But she doesn't feel lonely, nor poor. She praises the clean water supply near and the wonderful surroundings she is living in. She talks about her parents, who already are with God, and that her brother will cremate her when she passes.
अनि के गर्नु खै राम्रो आएछ अझ बुढी भयो के दाँत झऱ्यो
The courage of the old lady proves that even deprived of everything, life itself is too precious to ignore its beauty, as basic and poor as it may seem. Our last destination is the Buddhist monastery in Namo Buddha. It's the place where we find a kind of evidence for all of our interviews and impressions. A serene place where man has reconciled himself with the mystery of nature and forgive her its vagaries. The countless prayer flags are bearing that reconciliation to places we don't know yet. We are back in Kathmandu at the Pashupatinath temple where the bodies of the deceased are cremated. Many have been killed, injured or made homeless by the earthquakes in Nepal. The deceased will never be forgotten. But the earthquake did not kill them, but the fate that we as humans bear against the vast forces of Mother Nature. The Nepalese forgive nature, empowered by their ancient knowledge, drawn from religion and values. This disaster is in that way redirected to a new hope, which is shaped at this point in the friendliest country in the world.